Sizewell Parkrun. For years, I've been calling this Southwold Parkrun, which is more to do with my absolutely shocking geography than anything else. But yeah, it's Sizewell. You can see Sizewell on the left-hand side there. Sizewell B. We used to do with my school, like, this is really boring. I don't know what I'm bothering to tell you. I was about to say I do a charity walk. Who even wants to know that? That's ridiculous. Anyway, what is my plan for this park run? I had a curry last night so my first plan is not to shit myself whilst I'm running. Failing that, or not failing that, if that happens, I'll be jumping in the sea and never coming back to this park run ever again. But I don't know really. I've got a race tomorrow, a cross-country race, and I'm taking my life in my own hands. I've banned myself from cross-country because I always get a tragic injury whenever I do cross-country. And I'm quite good at it, so it really annoys me. I'm like comparatively better at it than I am on the road, but I also get injured like a twat every time I do it, and then it's like a really serious injury that puts me out for ages. So anyway, yeah, I'm doing that tomorrow, and I won't video that because I'll be in my club vest, so I think probably I don't want to bring the club into disrepute, is that word? Yeah, with all of my swearing. Anyway, so I've come to Parkrun to bring disrepute onto Parkrun. So yeah, I didn't really know what to expect. I arrived late here. I was in a bit of a rush. It was further than I thought. It's in Leiston, and I arrived. Great facilities, wonderful toilet. I was very welcomed by all of the volunteers. A really nice man gave me a heads up on the course. Basically said, if you're the fastest and you need to know where you're going, it's out and back. And I sort of thought, well, I'm definitely not going to be the fastest here. Having scanned some of the results, I think this is usually a sort of low 18 or something like that, which is well out of my reach at the moment. Anyway, this fence here is kind of sinister, isn't it? It looks like one of those films where you kind of like got some sort of like weird goings on that's like dystopian future on the left hand side here. But anyway, it's just building work. They're building another reactor, and did I remember any facts? I think, well, I've asked ChatGPT, and Sizewell B, which is the one that's running at the moment, was built in the 1980s. And that's the extent of my knowledge, and that's probably even wrong, because I'm not sure. It's basically in my phone, and I record this on my phone, so I can't even look and read them out. Anyway, I want to go into a whole thing where I'm like an estate agent talking about Sizewell B, but I know zero facts. Anyway, beautiful sea on the right hand side. It looks blue, which I can assure you was not the case today. It was definitely the North Norfolk coast, or the where is this? We're not the North Norfolk coast. We're in Suffolk at the moment. Sorry. It's usually grey, but for some reason my Insta360 is making it look blue, so there we go, it's nice. It was absolutely fucking freezing, so I usually wear gloves, because my hands do that kind of, I haven't got like Raynaud's or anything, but like they feel the cold. And at this point, I couldn't, if you asked me to start and stop my Garmin, I don't know why you would do, but if you asked me to, couldn't do it. And my plan, because I'm racing, I think basically I've got this vague plan. I'm going to run fast enough to make it a little bit exciting for me, because I'm quite enjoying running speedier at the moment, whilst it lasts. And then I'm kind of thinking that if there's like a little battle on, that I'll have a little battle, but equally also at this point realising that my legs are a little bit fucked. I raced on New Year's Day and I didn't quite make a PB, but I went all in. The gruntometer would have been off the scale. You can see at the moment my pulse rate is unusually high, 182. I would say that's unusually high for me. I've done this thing with my Garmin where I really have to tighten it so that in cold weather, if I don't do that, I don't get a proper pulse reading. So I'd say probably that's about right, 180. My max, I think, I don't know, I think it's somewhere around 187. I need to test that out at some point. I did this research study recently where we did this VO2 max test, and I reckon that's about as close to my max as I've got, because I literally flew off the back of the treadmill because I put so much effort in. They put this little hammock on you, so you feel like Superman at the end. You're like grunting and you go woo. Anyway, so at the moment, what am I doing? I'm kind of just thinking, I feel a bit tired, haven't really got it in me, there's a little bit of the headwind. I'm sort of enjoying it though. I quite like this type of terrain where it's off-roady, but you don't have to think too hard. You have to watch for little potholes because there's loads of places where the rabbits have kind of dug out. And it's really pretty as well. If you ignore the left-hand side, if you ignore the nuclear reactor on the left-hand side, and just kind of look a little bit right, then, you know, it's fine. And also, I was going to go to Thomas Mills Parkrun, but I figured on a day like this, Thomas Mills is sort of on grass and it might be a bit wet, whereas I knew this would be a little bit sandy, so it would kind of drain away, which I thought was probably a sensible option. I'm wearing, and this was a massive mistake, the Endorphin Elite 2s, which, although I like them, they're just utter bullshit on this sort of terrain, and I really shouldn't have done. I hate trail shoes, but equally, like Alpha Flies would have worked quite well because they're really stable. They've got enough grip for the terrain here. You can see, like, well, you probably can't see, but it's like, it's dry enough that it's not slippy at all, and they would have worked all right, except for there's like this little furrow. It's a little bit like Kesgrave, where you have to choose a furrow and just hope that it's wide enough for both your feet to stick in. Fortunately, my feet almost overlap because of deformo leg, so it's all fine. So now I wanted to just be in the middle of nowhere, and then kind of, I suppose I had in my head that I was going to run like a 20 or something, you know, like a high 19, something like that. And I can't say that I can run that easily, but I also felt like it wouldn't absolutely bury me for the race tomorrow. But now I've seen this little pack of gentlemen ahead of me, or at least I think they were gentlemen ahead of me, and I've done my usual thing where I've kind of talked to myself and gone, well, they're definitely better than you, and talked myself out of sort of trying to catch up with them. And then I had a little word with myself and said, well, maybe you could just, because there was a headwind, so I thought maybe I could like legitimately just tuck in and run it, and then I could use the sprint finish that I definitely don't have. This is pretty, isn't it? And I would say at this point it's not really uphill, and I'm kind of like, I suppose at this point I'm just thinking, oh fuck it, just get it done, start running. I'm aware there's something behind me as well, something, not like a monster or anything, but like I'm aware that there's someone sort of breathing on my back, not literally on my back, that would be proper creepy, if I was just running and there's someone like just whispering in my ear, like breathing on me, that would be kind of weird. But anyway, yeah, I'm aware there's someone behind me, so I kind of like my pride's kicking in now, basically. Without my pride, I'd just be running really comfortably, which I think I might try. I think that there's an angle of making this interesting. I don't know, like, I don't want to be a dick or something and like encourage someone to a PB, but like if anyone wanted a PB, I'd be happy to do that. Equally, I don't know, maybe I'll just try it and see if it's boring as shit. Because like one of my videos, like I have no idea, I think I'm just going to put Christmas Day in every single title that I have. I did a video and like it got like 250 views, which I was deeply uncomfortable with because I don't know that that's really what I want. I'm just trying to record my running adventure so that when I'm 90 I can kind of look back and I'm kind of enjoying it. It's something to do. I'm overtaking these people. I'm doing it very politely because I was doing a little bit of kind of sizing everyone up on the start line. Let's all pretend we don't do that, but I was doing that. And not knowing them, there was a couple of people, and those were two of the gentlemen that I sort of thought, they look like proper runners, like I think they'll be sort of well away. So I'm sort of battling with my usual level of self-deprecation and also like negative talk, but apparently it's fueling me because I'm going a bit faster. Thank you, volunteer. I think I actually got 100% record for thanking all of the volunteers, although I'm not sure if when I went across the line I thanked the person who gave me my token. So now a little bit of a tailwind, which I was expecting, and I've latched onto this gentleman here, and I think having passed the other people, now I've got that kind of fear of there's someone breathing in my ear, lovingly, there's also some gentlemen that I've passed, fantastic, and now I'm in that kind of no man's land of will I get dramatically humiliated in the last 800 metres, and if so, can I style it out and act like I was on a training run? Definitely can't. You can hear me panting. The gruntometer, we're only on 163 beats per minute, but my pulse tends to do that. It tends to start really, really high and then plateau. I'd say I'm sort of like not giving it full send, but you can hear I'm like obviously trying quite hard. So I reckon I can get this bloke, and I'm having a little chat with myself because he's not pulling away. I'm not necessarily pulling on him, but I've got a few levels that I can click through before I sort of like am absolutely battered. I noticed the screen. I don't know if that's something to do with the horizon. My Instacam is doing a little flicker. I think that's the amount of light or something. Anyway, we'll have to ignore that and pretend it's not like it looks like there's some sort of weird. It does actually look like the nuclear reactor's exploding, and maybe that's it. Maybe there's something like I've detected on my Insta360, like a wave of nuclear reactor activity, or maybe when I render this it will all be fine and you'll all think I'm talking about something that you can't see. Who knows? Anyway, I'm sort of trying. I think I picked it up. I remember there was somewhere along this bit where I kind of consciously thought, come on, let's create a little bit of excitement, a little bit of a sort of a challenge here, and I was expecting it to come from the front, and here it is, Jurgen the dog. I know Jurgen because I didn't realise, but I know the owner, and I didn't know Jurgen was called Jurgen. I apologise if I've got the name slightly wrong. I think I'm right in saying it's Jurgen, named after Jurgen Clop, and I'm not a football type person, but I think that's something to do with football. And at some point you'll see my head turn because I am crushingly humiliated. There is a dog having a zone 1 training run, and he kind of looked at me. I felt like he did that thing that you would do if you were like proper fast at running, which Jurgen is, and he did that thing of kind of looking at me going, yeah, I'm not really trying, dude. So he's doing the ultimate flex on me at the moment, and I've picked it up. You can see I'm into the 340s at the moment, which for me that's pretty quick, you know, for an effort where I'm trying to pretend that I'm not putting effort in. And it is having some success because I am picking up this bloke a little bit. There's a point you'll see where he makes the cardinal sin of showing weakness, and he turns around, and at that point I think, oh, he cares a bit. But I'm quite proud of myself that I did monitor my level of effort, mainly now because I've got Jurgen running behind me, lapping away with his tongue hanging out, not really trying, and I'm like, wow, now I can't make it look like I'm giving it a full set because Jurgen's going to feed on my soul. But he is there. You can't see Jurgen at the moment, but Jurgen is directly behind me, and his owner, I see him from time to time. I'm afraid I don't know his name, but anyway, he's a nice guy, and we sort of have a chat whenever we see each other. He's a really good runner. He's at the moment you can't hear, well, you might be able to hear, but he's having a little chat with Jurgen, and he's a bit faster than me. I think if he was running on his own, he'd be running here like an 18 or something, and that's out of my reach. Anyway, yeah, this guy in the front. So I am still thinking, like, if I pick it up around here, this is where I'd have to pick it up though, because I'm a cart horse. I cannot do a sprint finish. At this point, I know if I want to get this bloke, I've got to really ramp it up. I'm going pretty quick at the moment, 3:37s, 3:38, you know, that's pretty fast for me. Haven't got an awful lot more flex left. I'd have to get right into the grunts. I'd have to go full grunt, and I'm just not really A, prepared to do that, B, couldn't really sort of find the mental energy to do that, and C, I don't think I had it today. Even if I had not had a race tomorrow, I don't think I had that kind of full send feeling in my body. And the end of an Elite 2, so let's use that as another excuse as well, because they were bullshit. They were such a bad choice for this terrain. I felt my hips just like going everywhere. I was all over the place. It must have been hilarious to watch from behind. Where's Jurgen anyway? Jurgen does pop his head from side to side. I think his owner, do you call it his owner, or like, is that like, I feel like me and Jurgen, you can see the waves on the left, that's so pretty. Anyway, like me and Jurgen, we've bonded on this run. His owner, I'll say that, I don't know what you're supposed to call like a dog, like, is it like, it's not your is it your property, or is it your friend, I don't know, whatever. Like, was explaining that at the end, and this really crushed me, was he was saying that Jurgen didn't want to overtake me because he, from a dog's perspective, we're running in a pack, so Jurgen has to see, you can see a little bit of snow as well, we dodged, like, there was a lot of snow later in the day, but anyway, yeah, Jurgen, he has to kind of sight the next person to get level with, but equally he's kind of like running, which makes sense, doesn't it? So that's like such a flex, is, well, I could have, yeah, I am having like a little zone 1 training run, a little doggy sort of like just chuntering along on my paws, haven't got any carbon paws, I've just got normal paws, and Jurgen is just like trotting along, he thinks, and I wish I'd known this, because I probably would have enjoyed this a bit more. All the time I was expecting Jurgen to just trot past, because having sussed out who his owner is, I know that he can go a lot faster. Yeah, and I was like, alright Jurgen, come on, like, are you going to do that? Are you going to humiliate me in the last 100 metres? Because Jurgen, you know I haven't got a sprint. Well, he doesn't know me, so probably doesn't know that, but Jurgen looks like he's got a sprint. He's even if he hasn't got a sprint, he'll be able to run faster, because he's literally, his pulse rate must be like zone 1, definitely zone 1. So at the moment, like any out and back, it's kind of nice, but it isn't, because you kind of get to this point where you think, I'm nearly done, and then you see where the finish is, and it looks like it's at least 17 miles away. So I was starting to kind of go, okay, this is where we started. I didn't really know where the finish was, because I knew, there he is. Yeah, and I think at this point his owner's trying to encourage him, because like, it's, well, I would, if I was running, I imagine he sort of knows that he can go faster and his dog can go faster, so why wouldn't you push fast? And I'm like, I really am trying at the moment. I'm sort of like, I'm not flat out, but I am trying. There's no way the bloke in front, I don't think even maybe on a good day I could have got closer. But anyway, I didn't I? And maybe on a good day, I think he's wearing a big old puffer jacket as well. So anyway, all that aside, I'm kind of like, I'm a bit knackered. I've got Jurgen there, and I feel like, okay, we're probably rolling it in now. And I think Jurgen comes close with me at some point, and then he just won't overtake me. It's really, really weird. And I by this point, I know that Jurgen can have me. So like, Jurgen's just there, and I kind of clock that, okay, maybe there's like a thing where he won't come past, and I don't know. And so his owner very nicely says, no, you go on, you run ahead. And I was like, man, like, no, come on. No, I'm double crushed now. I can't have at this point, I don't know where I am. Like, I think I'm like sort of top 5 or something like that. So I feel like I'm being gifted a position as well. I almost did a thing, but then I was like, no, it's parkrun. Don't make a big deal of it. Like, it's just parkrun. No one is having this conversation in their head, Jason, other than you. But I felt like I should have stopped like 10 metres from the end and just ushered Jurgen through as a sign of respect. So I hope Jurgen hasn't taken that away. I do hope I'm pronouncing his name right as well. I'm pretty sure it's Jurgen Clop. Feel free to troll me if I'm doing that wrong. So at this point I've probably backed off a little bit. I know I'm not going to get that bloke in the front. I'm feeling it. I'm a little bit knackered, and I've also sort of mindful that I want to save something for tomorrow. Here he is, come past. That was it. That was where he was trying to go past, and then Jurgen was having none of it. He was like, nah, I'm zone 1, dude. I'm all about the zone 1 today. Don't take me up into zone 2 or that zone 3 bullshit. Zone 3 is just pointless, mate. Leave me here. I'm just having a cardio, aerobic day. Anyway, I kind of see the finish now and I'm strolling it in. I can't feel any part of my body. Luckily, I didn't shit myself, so that's always a bonus. And I beat Jurgen, except for I didn't, did I? I just didn't beat Jurgen. Damn it. Maybe next time. And here we go. Dip for the line. Thank you, Sizewell. A lovely park run. Really, really nice. And I think we get a little view of Jurgen at the end as well. There he is. Hello.